Well, thanks for that, Steve. We're protective of our balance sheet, of course, and we're sitting on approximately 18 million of cash, and we're cash flowing, call it 4 million a month. And with one drilling rig, we're just not able to eat through that cash. I like being in that position, and we're looking at lots of opportunity.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Marshall Abbott. He's the CEO of Arrow Exploration. Marshall, great to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing great, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks very much. Good to have you along. I know the company's just released your operational financial performance for 2024. Overall, Marshall, a really transformative year for the company.
Well, thanks for putting it that way, Steve. We certainly feel that way. We've got some significant momentum, a really good foundation to build off of, and lots of opportunity.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the things that happened in 2024. I know there was a lot of work that was done on the development side. So tell me a bit about 2024 as a whole.
So we drilled 15 wells in a row without a dry hole. So we've had really good drilling success, and I think that really underlies how fertile the basin is that we're working in Colombia and in the Tapir block that we've got. So we've had some fun there. The wells come on strong, and I think as we've previously communicated, declines are fairly steep initially, and then it flattens out. And we're in the flat part of the curve now, so it's a reliable production base that we're very proud of and that we're going to grow on. And it's our intention to be, within 3 years, 10,000 barrels a day.
Marshall, when you look at the increase in total oil and gas revenue of 65%, that is staggering in just 1 year. You mentioned obviously sort of the reasoning behind that, but still it's quite a number that leaps off the page.
Well, prices were in our favor. The wind was at our back a little bit, and because of the fiscal regime that we enjoy in Colombia, it's very competitive worldwide. So we're proud of the fact that our netbacks at a $70 crude were $45, and a $60 crude, which is what we're flirting with today, our netbacks are still $35, which is very competitive anywhere else that I've had experience in the world.
Yeah. You also talked a little bit about the financial health of the company as far as money on the balance sheet, and that continues to be a big part of this in order to give you that runway to try and achieve what you did in 2024, potentially in 2025.
Well, thanks for that, Steve. We're protective of our balance sheet, of course, and we're sitting on approximately 18 million of cash, and we're cash flowing, call it 4 million a month. And with one drilling rig, we're just not able to eat through that cash. I like being in that position, and we're looking at lots of opportunity. But at the same time, we're likely going to go to 2 rigs here very quickly. And we've got another 15 wells to drill this year before the year is out, covering an entire spectrum of risk. So from infill to development to develop cat to exploration, it's a really good mix.
Yeah, let's talk about the drilling that's going to happen. You really hit the ground running because last time you and I talked, you were already drilling, as you said, and you're potentially adding a second rig as well. So, so people understand it. Is it in the same area that you're drilling? Is it a different area? Tell me what's going to happen this year.
So just to give you some context, the Tapir block is 100 square miles.
Yeah.
And we have seen on 2D data, 2D seismic data, there are 6 separate fault systems that crisscross what we've got in the Tapir block. We've really only explored and exploited 2 out of the 6. So we're making our way to ensuring that we've got a solid production base on the existing stuff, and then stepping out on the risk side of the spectrum a little bit each time. And we're looking forward now that we just shot another $6 million 3D seismic survey over some structures that have been identified on 2D seismic data. We're pretty excited with the initial readouts of what that seismic showing us. So that's where we're going to be focusing part of our attention for sure.
Okay. And lastly, Marshall, just I'm interested to know sort of the reaction you're getting from not only your peers but also people who follow the company on a regular basis. I would imagine that's continuing to be a highlight when you sort of put out numbers like this.
Well, I'm really good at winning, not so good at losing. And right now, this is working out. We've had some luck, and that's not my effort. That's the team's effort. We've got a really good technical team, really good negotiating team. and a solid presence down in Bogota that we're very proud of. We've got 48 professional individuals in the office down in Bogota who do fantastic work.
Marshall, thank you so much. Great to see you again, and thanks for the update. We look forward to our next conversation, okay?
I look forward to it as well. Thanks, Steve.
All right, congratulations on the number. Marshall
Buenas
Abbott,
tardes.
CEO. Yeah, you as well. Aero Exploration.